All right. So what's going on, YouTube? So I want to assume that everybody has heard the news, but I want to talk about it here before I get to my other videos that I'm gonna be talking about. Uh, Mainly the Detroit Lions video. I'm ready for that game tomorrow, man. Um, but yeah, as most of you are aware, Damian Lillard has officially been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks for Drew Holiday. That gremlin from no, that isn't a gremlin. That Goomba from Mario, Grayson Allen. I'm tired of this dude, man. Yeah, and I think they got DeAndre Ayton in that trade as well. He's been traded to Portland, but I think I want to more so just talk about the Bucks. So I want to get to the good before I get to the bad, and really just talk about this whole Dame and Bucks and Giannis trade. Not trade. This whole team in general. So I will say the good thing about this is that, for one, I believe this is what most people have assumed, that this is where Dame wanted to go, or where they assume this is a good fit for Dame. You know, shout out. Oh, before I get into the good, I want to give a whole lot of shout outs. Before I get to this, shout out to 78 Sports TV. Shout out to 2 Raw for Sports, aka 2 Raw for TV. Shout out to Franchise Sports TV. Shout out to RJ Sports Facts, Ticket TV, Fisk Vegas Red. Is there anybody else? Shout out to a Funky Diabetic. I believe that. Oh, shout out to the Sports and Political channel of LB. Yeah. Shout out to all those guys. Please go follow and subscribe to those channels. But yeah, as far as getting to the good, I believe this is a good move for the Bucks, because for one, this makes Giannis really compels on if he wants to stay or not. I assume that if they do win a championship, or at least go further down to the playoffs, this will for sure make Giannis sign an extension and make him stay longer in Milwaukee. Excuse me. This also brings a lot more offensive firepower to the Bucks in general, as far as shooting wise. I definitely think that this can help Giannis and the Bucks, because they have been struggling a lot, mainly so in the outside of the perimeter, that is majority 3-pointers. So yeah, this is a well offensive firepower team. No questions about it. I can definitely see Dame facilitating in, because of how much gravity he's going to be having towards the opposing team. It's going to give Chris Middleton, especially Giannis, but I think everybody knew that. Jay Crowder, I think he's still on the team. Bobby Portis, those guys, to really get more open on the court, if that makes sense. So I can definitely see this team. This is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with, man, especially with the season that's I believe it's like a month away or so, like that. Yeah, man, this is going to be a terrifying team. I mean, look, if I was my Chicago Bulls, actually, you know what? I'm going to save that till the end. But yeah, this is going to be a real dangerous team, man. I don't know what team there is to really to really just stop them. Like, if you think containing Giannis was one thing for other teams to worry about, they got to worry about Dame, and not to mention Chris Middleton. So yeah, this is going to be a very dangerous team, man. I think I can get to the bad now. Look, I know everybody doesn't want to hear this. LeBron fans don't want me to hear this. Well, actually, let me cut that. LeBron fans don't want to admit it. KD fans don't want to admit it. So I assume Giannis fans aren't going to admit it when I say this. But this is for sure a super team. Now, I don't know why everybody keeps saying this is a dynamic duo for some reason. I just got done watching Swish Out's video, and even he referred to that Dame and Giannis as a duo. This is what I'm starting to get a little frustrated with, because you can't. One thing about me, right? I gotta like keep it even. You know what I'm saying? Giannis and Kevin Durant are two of my favorite players to watch in the NBA, but I got to be real. I gotta be real, because if I'm not, everybody's gonna see me as a biased YouTuber or as a biased voice in the YouTube streets. I can't allow that. So yeah, this Bucks team is for sure a super team. I don't want to hear that Chris Middleton it's not a super team, because Chris Middleton, look, according to Adam Silver, you're not an all-star if you're not an all-star within the past 5 years, then you're not considered a superstar. Or not a superstar. A superstar or an all-star caliber type of player. It's not fair for everybody to call the Phoenix Suns team that has Bradley Beal a super team. And mind you, Bradley Beal hasn't been an all-star in over 2 seasons now. Chris Middleton hasn't been an all-star within only 1 season. So it's not fair for us to call the Phoenix Suns team a super team when we can't say the same thing about Giannis. The Bucks. So yeah, look, I know Dame and Giannis have been clamoring about not making super teams, and they don't want to have it the easy way out. But everybody's going to have to hold these guys to that standard. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to have these expectations where we expect them to make it to the finals, just like the Phoenix Suns. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No, we don't. The furthest that they have to go is to the finals. They can't go to the Eastern Conference Finals unless there's injuries. They can't go to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose. So I think everybody that's watching or listening to this video, they have to admit that, you know, this team can't go no further than to the finals and winning it. If we're going to hold that same standard to the Phoenix Suns, we have to do the same thing with this team. I get it. I assume most of my audience adore Giannis. You know what I mean? And I get that. But I just can't. I can't come to terms. I can't come to terms with myself. Whereas, as much as I hate LeBron and I get on LeBron, I gotta get on these players as well. I gotta get on Steph Curry for Steph and KD for making that super powered team that happened in Golden State. I gotta get on KD for him making one in Brooklyn and Phoenix. And now I got to do the same thing with Giannis. So, look, y'all going to hate me. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. All right? It is what it is. So, look, there's going to be some high expectations. really high expectations. I think the only thing that they really have to like be concerned is, I guess, age, because Dame is in his 30s still. So but the good thing about Dame is that he still can contribute to a contending team at that age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Drew Holiday is a better defender than Dame. There's no questions about it. But as far as scoring wise and how many points and how many wins he can contribute to help the Bucks win, there's no stopping that. There is no stopping that. And honestly, as far as who do I think is going to beat them, or not beat them, but who do I think can contend with that team, is I got two teams that I think that can possibly compete with the Bucks. One is Boston, but I also have Cleveland. Nobody's not talking about Cleveland. I'm surprised. I was watching almost everybody's video, and I'm surprised nobody didn't mention the Cavs. I think if they can really put that team together, they already got the star players. They got the bigs that can really, you know what I'm saying? They got the bigs that can really, not contain Giannis, but, really can try and stop Giannis from being Giannis, if that makes sense. They got Evan Mobley. They got Jared Allen. You know what I mean? Those two guys. And not to mention, you got is Donovan Mitchell a superstar? That's another topic for discussion. But he is a high caliber NBA player. I'll say that. You got Darius Garland, so you got outside perimeter with those two guys. I believe that's the only team that I believe that's not named the Boston Celtics that can possibly compete with the Bucks. And if they just gel and put that together, that's going to be a great series. I don't want to say it's going to be an Eastern Conference matchup, but a playoff matchup. Because I don't want to have no expectations on saying I expect to see these two teams in the Eastern Conference finals. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think if there's two losers that I can really think of, possibly three. No, it's actually three. I think everybody knows it's the Miami Heat. I'm not going to get too much into that. But there's two other teams that are really on my mind right now. And I'm going to save that for the next video. So until then, I'm out. Oh yeah, and another thing too, right? I just thought about this before I almost wanted to end this video. I wouldn't be surprised if Cosgrove would make some sort of coincidence, conspiracy type shit. Anybody that watches Cosgrove knows what I'm talking about. He'll be on some bullshit like, hey, notice how Kareem's number is 33 and Oscar Robinson is number 1, right? Now take a look at Giannis's number and Dame's number 34, and expecting his number to be 0. Isn't that a coincidence or some type of shit? I don't know, man. I just that shit would be funny as fuck, man. Man, but yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. Now I'm out.